morning everyone. Two things I want to talk about today. One is an upcoming meetup that's happening very soon, and the other is, well, it's just more talk about my cameras, mainly the problems I've been having with drift, but we'll get to that in a little while. First up then, 28th of April, 12 o'clock noon at Rikers Cafe. It is the beginning of season motovlogger meetup hosted by Mr. Fish. So yeah, spread the word, tell all your friends, your neighbours too, if they're really interested. If you're a motovlogger yourself, then obviously tell all your subscribers that that's where you'll be. That's the idea of it. It's just a place where we can all gather and talk a load of rubbish, I think. Now, I'm not going to arrange a ride out up there this time round. I did that last year. I'm just going to make my own way up there this time round. What I do plan to do is, what Mr. Fish also plans to do, is beforehand, if the weather's alright, we're going to meet at Newlands Corner for 11 o'clock and then ride over to Rikers from there. It's only a short ride. So yeah, I might go up to Newlands first and then over to Rikers. We'll see. Hopefully we'll have some good weather. I mean, it'll be quite late into April then. The weather should be really good by then. It's just after Easter, so yeah, it's quite a late one. Well, Easter's quite a late one this year, and yeah, the beginning of season meetup is quite a late one this year. Probably to do with Easter, I think. And it's called the beginning of season meetup, not because it's the beginning of the riding season. There is no such thing. Riding season is all year round. It's the beginning of the summertime season, or spring, I suppose is the correct term there. Basically, the start of the nicer season. That's what it's celebrating. Now, I understand Rikers has just been going through some refurbishments and stuff recently, so I've not been up there since. I'm assuming it's finished, or is it still ongoing? Hopefully it's going to be finished by the end of the month. I'll be there, and I'm sure you'll be there too. So yeah, we'll see you there. I'll have some stickers as usual, so come and find me, ask for a sticker, and I will give you stickers. Simple as that. Okay, moving on to the camera situation. I am currently running, as you can tell, the Sony. This time I have turned up the image stabilization back on. The last video I did, it was off. You might have noticed. The way to tell really is you can see the side of my helmet. When it's off, the helmet stays in a fixed position, which usually is the sort of thing you want when you've got a helmet in the shop. But when you've got stabilization turned on and you're moving your head around, you can see it's all sort of a little bit wavy and a bit weird. Now, when people have used like built-in YouTube software image stabilization, it kind of really disorientates the viewer. But with the hardware stabilization that's built into the camera, because it's done at a hardware level, it is nowhere near as bad. So I'm just trying it out, see what you think. I think it's still, I think the helmet coming in and out of the shot a little bit isn't too much of a distraction, and I don't think it's nauseating like it would have been in the past. Let me know what you think. I think it is better this way because it just gives a bit more of a stable image overall. So, and when I want to slow things down or zoom in on things, the image will be a lot clearer because it's already stabilized. Whereas before it was, yeah, a little bit juddery and blurry and stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think on that. I mean, I agree that there's probably too much helmet in the shop by default, but that's just because of the mount I'm using. It is a prototype mount. The angle isn't quite right. It is pointing a little bit inwards too much. I do need to adjust it so it points outwards a little bit more. But that will be fixed on the Mark II version when I can get one of that all designed up and made. So yeah, I just wanted to see what you think of how it looks on there. I think it's okay, but others might feel differently. I don't know. And as with the drift camera, I'm not using that because as you know, the audio input is not working for what seems like ages now. I think it's got to be three weeks. I've been trying to get a return raised with drift, but the person who picked up my original returns request, he asked for the proof of purchase and the serial number, which I provided, and then I heard nothing. So I chased it up, and he said, oh, in your email there wasn't a proof of purchase attached. So I looked back at my emails, I found the email I sent, and sure enough, it was there, attached. So I replied saying, yeah, it was there, and just in case, here it is again. So yeah, a week went by, still didn't hear anything. In the meantime, I was still using the camera just without the mic, just on the helmet, just as a effectively dash cam type of thing. In fact, I was using it as a dash cam for a couple of days in the car. And it started doing some other things. After about 20 minutes, it did what the Ghost S would do sometimes, and it would just stop recording. It would stop recording, it would freeze up, it would be a solid green light, buttons won't work, you'd have to actually press the little reset button to actually get it to come back on and start again. So, and it did that 4 or 5 times in a row on different settings, different SD cards. And I have also tried the card I was using in Mrs. 480's Ghost X, and that worked absolutely fine. So I'm pretty convinced the camera is faulty. Rather than chasing up the original one and following it up with more details, I thought, oh, sod this, I'm just going to send a new request and have a bit of a whinge. Within 24 hours pretty much, I got a response from a different guy, who was actually the guy who dealt with my problem I had with it last year. So he recognised the name and has straight away issued a RMA for it. So yeah, I don't know what the other guy was doing, but yeah, I wasn't best pleased with Drift. Normally they have quite a good after sales customer relations kind of thing. It's usually, you know, pretty good. But yeah, that was a bit of a bad experience really, but it's gone back now, so I'm just awaiting a replacement camera, and hopefully I can find a 90-degree USB mic adapter that works, and then I can use both cameras comfortably and not have to worry about issues, because quite frankly, I've had enough of them. And if the next Drift is going to be a bitch again, then that's it. I really am not going back to Drift, because it's just the same old problems like the Ghost S used to have. I know other people have got Ghost S and they work absolutely fine, and yes, mine did work absolutely fine for a while, and then it just started to fall over a lot, and it looks like it's going to be the same with the Drift X, Ghost X. It's a shame really, because up until I started having problems, it was doing really well. It never corrupted video. It was absolutely flawless. It's just let down by the design of the mic, and I'm assuming now there's still some issues with its software reliability. So anyway, I'll see how the replacement Ghost X does, and how it does for the remainder of its warranty period. I will do a full review. I know I've been meaning to do that, but because I've been having these problems, I want to get them sorted just so I can give the best and honest review that I can. So yeah, once I get the replacement through, we'll see how it goes, and I'll get a review sorted. Anyway, a rant over. Thank you all for watching. Ride safe, and I'll see you at the beginning of season meetup, if not before, because oh yes, this weekend is this Sunday is the Super Good Ride for Autism Awareness, so I'm looking forward to that. That's sounds like we're pretty much sold out on all the places, so that's 150 bikes. That's going to be quite a large ride out. So yes, I'll see you then, if not somewhere else.